What's up, guys? You guys all remember one of the 82 Yamaha Maxims. They are the WICS, the YIX motor. So 82 Maxim being stripped down for parts. We're removing the oil cooler today. This was an aftermarket piece, but sold it on eBay. So basically we're gonna drain the oil. Got to knock off that bolt and pull the oil filter housing off. It looks like a 12, maybe. Let's see, what's laying down here? There's a 13. These all fell over. 13. Okay, seems a little big. What's this one? Probably a 14. 14, all right, we need to find a 12. We can pull that off and let it drain. The oil cooler sleeve or adapter fits right behind there. So basically, all we got to do, I guess, is pull that off, knock these guys off, remove the bracket, and let the oil drain out. We should be good to pack it up. The last time I had one of these, it was almost impossible to break loose. This one was so nice and easy. And it looks like somebody was in here recently and did an oil change, because that is not dirty. Good to know. It also looks like the gasket here for the for the oil pan is new, or gasket maker rather than a gasket. So somebody was in here. Let's see, which bike was this? Was this the one being converted to a track bike, or was this the one? I can't remember. I'm not sure which one this is. I think this is the one we got for parts. But anyway, I know we didn't open the drain plug, but this doesn't seem like a lot of oil coming out. Maybe there's not that much oil in here. The drain plug is also, let's see, it's under here. People have told me there's a second drain plug. Oh, okay. So that came off. And make sure I include what's needed with this. There's our housing. There's our bolt. There's our filter. And then this spring, I don't know, this might be part of this. I can actually send that with it. I don't care. And then what happens with this guy? Oh, she comes right off. That's what happens with this guy. It's gonna be easier than I thought. So, whereas normally, I can see this now. Whereas normally this would have been draining from the filter, this was blocking all that. So, now that we slide this off, I think that's all we get. That's what you get when you order up the oil cooler. So it's going to go through there apparently. It's going to flow through there and then be forced up through the line and up to the radiator and then back down through. So that's essentially how this oil cooler works, by pressure. There's a bolt down here. That must have been dropped by me at some point. Good to know. So yeah, basically, I'm assuming that's all we need. The rest of that probably is gonna fit back on with my housing and everything. So we'll just let this do its drips. There's some dirt falling in there. Still, there wasn't that much oil in here, but there's probably a lot more in the case if we drain it out of the case, which we will end up doing. But we'll have to clean this up, send it on its way. All right, we got her drained. Still dripping a little. We'll wipe her off. I ripped off those zip ties that were here, so this is all good. And then back behind here, it's really hard to get to, but we have a bracket, and there's a 13mm bolt on mine. I was going to try and do these, but there's nowhere for that to go. So we have to get this off first. And then we can get this out of the way. It looks like. I hope so. Yeah, so once this is out of the way, we can do it. So 13mm bolt on this end. I got to do the other side. And then that'll be out of the way. And I think we'll send that bracket with it. All right, got that off. There's a spacer between, little washer. I think it's plastic. Seems plastic to me. And we got our bolt right here. And like I said, I don't think this bracket comes with it. Or I don't think that's on the other bike, so that's been added, I believe. So now we have this. You can put that back into the system here. Here is a lower, see? That's where your cooler sits, right in there. Here's our cooler. There's a label under there. Oh, in, out ports. Cool. So that shows you how to set it up right. So now we're gonna have to fish this around. Oh, that may or may not work. May or may not work the way I want it to. The engine's coming out and we're scrapping the frame, so we might just loosen these bolts, push the engine up out of the way, and then I can probably fish that up through. Or cut the frame. I hate doing that, but it'd be way easier than what I normally do. So I'll send this frame with it, because I think they're gonna need it. And then, like I said many times, we'll send it. Hey guys. All right, so I will say, I need to see if I have another frame around to look at. But there were dedicated bolt holes in the frame. So I don't know what that's about, but they were there. And that's where the bracket was sitting for the oil cooler. We got this free. All I did was pull these mounts out here, and I jacked up the engine, and I was able to pull it past that and slink it up through. So she's free. Just need to make sure that everything is drained out. That's all we need to do yet. And we can send it. Gosh, I keep saying that. It's getting annoying. Even to myself. Come on. All right. So I'll let that sit for a bit. Here is another frame. I just wanted to show you. We do have those bolt holes. So it must have been there from factory. Maybe it held something else. Maybe it didn't, and they were preparing for accessories. But here it is in all its glory. Adapter, hoses, lines into the Lockhart oil cooler. Now we can pack it up and ship it, as I keep saying. So it's ready to go. There she is without all that, and she's also ready to go. We'll keep ripping into her. Now she's ready to be torn down, so gonna make some scrap metal, have another engine, and random parts. So 82 Yamaha Maxim. We got the oil cooler off. That's gone. We'll see you guys on the next one. Please get out and ride.